Hi, I'm Ken. Welcome back to Revved Up Family Adventures. Thank you for tuning back in. So this is part 2 of the fender flares for the Samurai. So I changed my mind about buying another set, a different set, and using half of one and half another, because that's $100 that I could potentially use for something else on the project. So, you know, got to keep the wife happy. You know, if I'm just blowing and going like that, she, you know, might not want me to buy any more toys. So I got to be mindful of what I'm doing, and plus don't want spare scrap laying around. But while I was editing the last video, which if you sat all the way through that, I hope you enjoyed it. I spent hours editing that. It was a lot of work. I was pretty happy with the way it turned out. I liked that time lapse much better than the time lapse I used when we went riding. I learned my lesson with using the time lapse on the actual camera instead of just speeding it up. So it is a learning process. This is my first time having a YouTube channel or making content like this. So I try and hope that every video is better than the last. And you know, if you think so, please give me a like or leave a comment, or if you have a suggestion, please leave a comment. But what I am going to do is, while editing that, I did come up with the attack plan for the rear fender flares. So this is the first one that I started modifying this one. I haven't touched the other one yet. You can see here where I'd started grinding the tack weld off. And so what I decided to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a death wheel and knock all these little tack welds off. And you know, there's a couple dozen on there. They're not very big tack welds, so I'll just use a death wheel, knock them off. And what I'm going to do is, once I get the flange piece removed from the actual flare part, I'm going to take and mount the flange onto the body. I'm going to stick it up there while it's just the flange, see exactly where I want it, how I want it on there, and go ahead and mark it, get the nut zerts in there, and then with that mounted onto the body, I'll finish trimming this and just straighten this up a little bit right here to where it'll sit flat on the body, and I'll be able to stick it up there. And once I've got this manipulated and flattened out where it'll sit flat against the body, I'll take my welder and put a few tack welds on it, pull it back off, burn a few more on it, and shoot some paint on it and call it good. We're going riding in a couple days. Back out at Crossbar, there's a couple big groups that are coming out, and it's Off-Road Syndicate and Dirt Road Coalition. They're both national groups. I know Dirt Road Coalition is also broke down into states. Like, I joined the Oklahoma group, which they've got a Facebook page. You can join the group. You have to be accepted and everything. And I've already spoke with some really cool people. Tons of Jeeps, of course. I'm sure that there's other things but it's mostly an on-road vehicle. I haven't seen anybody posting having a Razor or side-by-side like that, but I'm still trailering mine. Like, mine's a trailer queen. It has to be trailered. It's just too low geared. Like, between the horsepower and the gearing, I can't go very fast very far. So I that's the drag racer in me. That made no sense. But yeah, I wanted to get these fenders on there, these flares on there before we go riding, so that way we don't look any goofier than we already do. We're gonna be two bigger guys riding around in a Samurai together. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. You'll finally get to meet my cousin Chuck, and he'll be there. He'll be down. He'll be riding along with me. But this video, like I said, will be much shorter than the last video, because the rear fenders are already prepped for this, other than I'll just have to drill the holes. And since you saw that all on the first video, I won't. I might record marking it, but I'm not going to record. I don't know. I might time lapse it, and like I said, I'm just going to show the installation of one side anyway, and then I'll show the finished product. So with that said, I'm gonna get to work. This shouldn't take very long, I'm hoping, but with my luck, it's gonna be a 4-hour job just for these two, even though it seems pretty simple and straightforward. But at least now I have a plan of attack, so I'm not winging it as much as I was in the first video. That one, like you guys there for the first part of that, was watching me figuring it out in real time. But like I said, I've got a plan of attack this time, and so I'm gonna get this knocked out, and I'll see you on the other side. This one is done. It is separated. I'll take a flapper wheel, knock the paint off of it, knock any sharp edges off of it on both sides. May want to use some less hard stone, but yeah, that's exactly what I was picturing. Was separating these two like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one. So that way they're both ready to go to put up on the side of it, get it marked, do that part. And so yeah, it actually went a lot faster without the guard on it, which I did at my own peril. I do not condone using equipment without the safety guards in place. Do that at your own peril, just like I did. Notice this one I haven't hammered flat yet. I was going to do that once I got the get it all ready. So it's the next day, and it is cold in here in Oklahoma. It was 50 degrees, sunny and beautiful yesterday. Sunny and beautiful today, but then it was 17 degrees outside, so a little chilly in the shop today. So I'm going to try to get this stuff knocked out, finished, go inside and warm up. I'm going to trim off a little here, and I think it'll fit to the passenger side, and we'll do the
Alright, I'm pretty pleased enough with the way the fitment is now. Like I said, it's not something that has to be perfect. Fitment fits way better than it did. Yeah, this is the driver's side that I haven't touched yet as far as tuning it. So what I've done is taken this, using it as a straight edge from there and then to there. There's part of my problem is it's not a straight. Fuck, that has me cutting off a whole lot. Trying to taper it. I think my pin's froze. Nothing. Are worse than the factory ones. Like I said, I'm not a welder. Turn that wire speed up, make a big difference. Yeah. Really makes it didn't stick. what I get for talking shit about their son of a bitch. Their tack balls. Wasn't thinking to look right into that. Alright, hoping that'll hold long enough for me to take it off and finish welding it. That one will work for me to get it off, and then I'll put some better tacks on it when it's laying on the workbench. Jump over, and I'm going to do the other side, get it tacked, then I'll move it over to both of them over to the table. I'm going to trim here on both sides. Notice I trimmed this off because it was hitting the body line right there and wasn't going to be able to touch that anyway. And because of it, it was keeping it from going to sit anywhere close to that, so that's why I trimmed that piece off, and then I'm going to trim across there the saw. All right, so we'll jump over to the other side. I'm not going to record yet. So I am really pleased with this. This is just the tacks that I put on while I was bolted to it. I'm about to do some, hold it together and put some better tacks on it, and then let it cool, and shoot paint on it, and stick it back on there, and call it a night. I am tired. I do still need to trim that off now since I think about it. I'll do that real quick. But yes, I am very happy with the way these have turned out. This one turned out really nice. This one's got better tack welds on it. This is the second one. So I'm still going to go ahead and put a few more tacks on it, so that way I'll hold and shoot some flat black on it, and mount them on there so we can go wheeling in the morning. So yes, I'm very happy. It's cold, and I'm ready to call it a night. Alright, so said it's really cold. It's probably in the teens outside. Yeah, I'd probably say 50s in the shop. So I had the forethought to take my spray paint into the house
so that the can itself would warm up and would spray. I'm going to let these sit overnight to dry. I don't know. Could have done a better job of cleaning this all up. The trail rig. I think this will work out really well. Okay, so we got it all done, got them all painted up. They look really nice. It is the next day. I wound up letting them sit overnight and dry. So it got really cold, and I was really tired. And we wound up not going riding today like we had planned to. Woke up this morning, it was 13 degrees outside, so we said, to hell with that idea. Chuck went ahead and come down, and so we're just kind of hanging out in the shop. And I left that. Can you grab that electric ratchet over? Yeah. So we're finishing up, and we're going to get some work done. We'll introduce Chuck here in a shortly. Almost cross-threaded once. I learned to
start it before you run it in.
Yeah, because I was just sticking them on the end of the wheel, and I got really lucky. Like I almost cross-threaded one, and I was like, "Yeah, that's definitely not something I want to do."
Nature's Loctite over here.
Right. So these, I wound up shooting more paint, like wound up repainting the whole thing on these rear ones, since they were scuffed up and had a lot of bare metal on it. So I just went ahead and shot the whole thing flat black. It still has the texture to it because some places still has the coating on it, but like this, I'm excited. This is gonna look so cool. Definitely tough. I'm gonna wind up ripping it, catch something with it, and rip the quarter panel off. So
It's definitely more aggressive look.
it doesn't take much to give a samurai a more aggressive look. But yeah, this thing's, it definitely looks way better than those factory flares.
Oh yeah.
This bubble here just barely landed on the top.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Does it help?
I think so. The water, I may have to not use washer on that.
That may be why you didn't do it.
Well, no, I had it whenever I put them on here and tacked it on. I had washers on.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. I moved it. It's all slotted, and I just moved it a little bit.
Right.
It's a little room.
They're hacking up a room.
But the so when I was trying to trim that front edge,
Yeah.
I had put small tacks on it, and then they wanted breaking loose
Oh.
on some of them. One of them broke loose on both ends, and I think it might be this one. That's in there.
Looks like it.
And yeah, like both ends of it come untacked.
Oh.
I was trying to cut right
Yeah.
here, and so I didn't put it back on here to retack them. I just kind of lined up the tacks
Yeah.
since I could see where the tack was. I don't think I did. Whenever I was doing this without the extension on it, this thing rattling against that was so loud.
That's a handy dude, right?
Dude, and it's
Oh, nice.
yeah, 'cause I'm watching Murder Nova on his channel, and they have 2 or 3. They've got Milwaukee, of course.
Right,
But,
right.
yeah, so they. I was like, man, that'd be really handy.
Oh, yeah. You don't have an air hose hanging.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
air ratchets are awesome, but you're dragging a hose everywhere.
Yeah, and then it's awkward. You can't get in here because of the hose.
Right, right.
But, yeah. Tracy was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I was like, "One of these."
Yeah. This.
Like, I found them on Amazon, and I was like, "This, I want one of these." And I sent her. I found one that had came with 2 batteries,
Yeah.
and I was like, "I want this one."
Yeah.
And
Heck yeah. I really like the way that turned out, though. I mean, it
yeah,
really covers that filler neck.
yeah. We'll get the other one on, and I'll pull it outside where we can really step back from it and see it. And I think it'd be really good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I love it. I'm really happy with that turnout. I'm glad I wanted modifying these instead of spending the money,
Yeah.
spending more money, and
Well, I mean, it matches your front. It's the same style.
yeah,
It fits well. I mean, you had to modify them big time, but it worked out.
yeah, and also there's kind of what I want to do with the channel is me doing stuff. It's
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is actually me, and I love fabricating. I like taking and modifying stuff or building something like this. And there's a kid that messaged me on Facebook. He's in one of the Suzuki groups I'm in. Messaged me, and I posted a picture of this. And, well, actually, it was after I'd posted a picture of the front flares after I
Right.
finished that. And this kid messaged me, and he's like 16, 17 years old, and he's like, "Those are really cool." And he sent me a picture of his. He's like, "I made mine out of street signs." And sure enough, he sent me a picture of it, and it was he hadn't painted them. It was like you can see some yield sign and some different stuff in there. And I was
Yeah.
like, "That is cool."
Yeah.
And he you could tell he bent them and like did stuff like. I was like, "That is really cool." And the kid's really young too.
Awesome.
So
So yeah, I mean, that just shows you right there. Young people are still fabbing stuff up.
yeah. So, but yeah, I like the way it's turned out. Get the
Well,
other
it's
stuff.
awesome that somebody reached out to you on the on Facebook.
Yeah, it wasn't tied to the like. Yeah, I've had a lot of people comment. Like, I'll post pictures of this. Like, I've joined a ton of groups. For one, because just to help learn stuff, to answer
Right.
questions, And so like there's some diehard people out there that just absolutely love these things, and I know why. They're like, I love this thing. This is great.
Oh yeah.
There's people that have been messing with them for 40 years, you know,
Yeah.
so they know all the tricks. And like most of the people that are a little older than us that I talk to, like I've got 30 of them sitting at home, like that they just hoard them.
Right. they're gathering them all up.
Yeah, they're getting harder and harder to find, so they're gathering them up. And this one dude, named Don, he lives over in Lawton, I think, Lawton or Duncan, and he was he's the one that I bought the light bar braces from, or brackets.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he was like, at one point I think he said 40 or 35, something like that.
Wow.
But he's trimmed them down. He's
Thinning the herd.
Thinning the herd out. And then the fellow that I sold the back bumper to, he's like, I've got like 15 of them. In fact, he showed me one he just bought for like $500, or three. It was either 300 or 500.
Wow.
So this kid, they had done something like it wasn't running. It wasn't running right. It wouldn't run, and kid had tried a couple things, couldn't get it to run. They advertised it for $300. He gave me $300 for it. Took it home, changed the fuel filter on it, and ran.
Oh, jeez.
So, but
oh, if they knew, they'd be sick to their stomachs.
yeah, and he's like, he was like, I could easily sell it for $3,500.
Yeah.
He said, it's clean. He's like, it's really clean. It's completely stock. So I could easily make a ton of money on this.
Right.
And honestly, I've kind of wanted another one. Like I want a 10 top, but then I don't want to get rid of this one.
Right.
But then, like I sent you that one. I kind of want to build one as a drag one.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be wicked fast. You know, it's light.
Yeah, it wouldn't take no a stock engine, a stock small block.
Oh,
would be.
Soon to be a rocket ship.
Yeah. Yeah. Stripped down what you don't need. Thing weigh like 1,200 pounds.
Yeah.
The weight you need to add is all roll gates.
Yes. You need safety weight.
Yeah. So, I'll throw on the other side real quick. Pull it outside so we can freeze to death, or we may wait on that until later. We'll do some other stuff.
It ain't gonna get any warmer.
Yeah, but we're gonna let the heat out.
Oh, true.
So, we got up this morning. It was 13 degrees outside. And we decided, you know what, we want to go wheeling, but not that bad. Yeah. And so, like, currently it's 30 something outside.
I'd say 30.
Yeah, and so it's
33.
33. It's a heat wave.
Yep. Love the bikini.
Yeah. And what's bad is just 2 days ago it was 50 degrees outside and beautiful.
Yes.
And then the next day it's 20.
Yeah.
Good old Oklahoma. But yeah, so I'm super excited about this. I don't know why. I shot flat paint on it, but it's glossy right there. So may shoot some more on that. Yeah, get the other side on, and eventually I'll get some shots of it all done, because I love the way this is, and I'll get some angles where you can see, like looking down the side.
Yeah.
It looks tough.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So,
it's definitely going to give you more coverage.
all right, so we've gotten the flares all on there, rear end's on there. Like look, like that. I'm really excited how that turned out. That's way better than the old flange, whole thing. Stuff back here. Excuse me, Charlie. Get too much crap in the way. But let's move this light stand. Just sear my face off of it. But yeah, they look so much tougher than they did. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, I think they turned out really good. I agree with you, Chuck, about the flat black. Like that made it.
It really filled it in.
Yeah, it
filled it in and made it pop.
Yeah, so they turned out really well. Like I haven't even looked at it from the back, honestly. Like I've got that front shot. Yeah, those look good from the back too. I was going to pull it out and do a walk around with it, but we were in here BSing so much that it got dark on us. Like, we haven't had a chance to hang out in a long while. So this is Chuck that I'm always mentioning. He is one of the. I don't think I've ever mentioned my last name on this, actually.
I don't know.
I don't think I have. Yeah, one of the clan that we're always running around. But he brought his GoPro and has a whole bunch of footage from riding, so try to get that downloaded. But yeah, I'm very happy with this.
I think it turned out great.
Yeah, this is well worth the effort. And when it warms up, maybe tomorrow I'll pull it out and walk around and get some daylight shots. Got the Samurai outside. I finished installing the rear fender flares yesterday evening. Chuck was down, visited for the day. It was great to see him. We talk daily, but he lives an hour away, so we don't get to hang out as often as we'd like to. But so we didn't have as productive as a day in the shop as planned, but it was great to hang out with him. And we went over, told him about plans and ideas, and shared ideas for what I was wanting to do with the Samurai here. So, but I'm really excited about how the flares have turned out. It is freezing out here, as you can see the ice in the driveway there, but we didn't go wheeling yesterday like planned. It was so cold. Neither one of us felt like dealing with that. So, but like I said, I really like the way these turned out. Hands are freezing. Should have wore gloves. Used it to cover up the hole, and the rears are higher than the fronts, about 2 inches. But like I said, I stayed underneath that front marker light like I intended, and I'm just really happy with this. Like, I think it looks so much tougher, and got way more coverage than the stock ones. So I'm extremely happy with how this project turned out. So if you like the video, or if you enjoyed the video, please like it. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me any ideas that you think I could have done better, or if you like it. But if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and share. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. So that, it is freezing. I'm going to put this thing back in the garage and go inside and warm up. So y'all have a great day. See y'all soon.